Hey, family! Hit that share button, everyone. Hit that share button. We are on live. Uh-oh.
We are on live.
We are on live. I'm about to tag my folks. So hit that share button right there on the left side of your page. Come on, y'all. Hit that share button.
Hit the share button.
All right. Somebody got to turn down their volume. Turn down the volume.
I got
that was me. That
Look,
was me.
I had mine. That was me earlier. That was me earlier.
That was me.
That's me every morning. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. I'm hitting my share button.
YouTube.
Yes. Good morning. YouTube. Listen, get that share up. Tag some folks. We are back. We here once a month, and you know we got to talk. So let's go. Hit that share button. Hit that share button, family.
Yes. I don't know. It's acting a little crazy for me.
Uh-oh.
What,
Hi,
Facebook?
Alita. Hi, Frank. Frank is watching. Hit that share button. Tag some folks.
Frank. Hey,
when you hit that
Arlita.
share button, go on your page and hit the edit, and then you tag people. Okay, I know it might be a lot, but you can do it. You got this. I believe in you.
You got this. Yes, I don't got it, but I believe in you guys. I don't know why.
So I'm hitting the edit right now. And it says tag friends. So I'm tagging my friends.
Okay, let me
do that.
It's letting me tag. I'm tagging everybody right now. I'm tagging everybody. I'm not even looking. I'm just tagging. I'm just saying hello. Let me see.
Me to.
I'm just tagging
That's
everybody.
So strange. How's everybody doing?
Yes. Hit that share button. It's been eventful. An eventful month.
It's been an eventful time. Yes, it has. It's been very eventful.
I see Adrian.
Hi. I am getting my tag on. Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Getting my tag on. I gotta make sure everybody's in the
50?
place.
Are you tagging your 50?
You know what? I might not get to my 50, but I'm I'm trying my best. I'm gonna just start hitting people.
Farris is on. Hey, Farris.
Farris was good.
Hey, Farris.
I'm just tagging folks. Listen, if I'm tagging you, I just want to say hello.
Take Nikki, you tag a few people.
Tagging. I'm trying. Because I got to go back over to the other channel.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I'm tagging. I just want to say hi to everyone as I'm tagging. Okay. All right. Because I could keep on tagging all day.
You could keep on tagging all day.
Who's here with me?
Guys, how are you?
Yeah.
All right, family. All right, I've tagged.
YouTube, Nikki?
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who it is.
Lucille is on. Hi, Lucille.
Hi, Lucille. Oh,
hey,
she said
Lucille.
I pulled over to check in.
Yes, check in. Hit that share button, everyone. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. But let me tell you, I'm very excited. Can everybody hear us well? I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Well, what has everybody been doing? What have we been up to? What's the deal? So much.
All right, well, family, I gave you guys some time to tag.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Sister.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Estelle.
Hi, Sissy.
Welcome.
Carmen.
Hit that share button, everybody. Hit that share button. We got to get these shares up. Listen, we got to buddy watch because we want to make sure that everybody gets the information. But listen, guys, we wanted to do something a little different for you today. So we want to take you a little bit into our life of what's been happening over this month. So Carmen says, hey, so we're going to take you on a little journey on what's been happening over these past few months. Well, this past month. That's
months. It feels like a few months.
It feels like it. It does.
Yes. So, Nikki, tell me how you've been doing.
I've been hanging in there. I've been actually working out, releasing some pounds, and trying to be positive and stick to my goal before COVID started. And things that bring me joy.
Yeah.
Lately me and Jay have been cooking a lot, as in we've been ordering HelloFresh and we've been trying a lot of new dishes, and we actually really, really enjoy it.
Nice.
Thanks to one of my coworkers who introduced us to it.
Okay.
Thank you, Gracie.
Okay.
And roller skating, doing whatever makes me happy. Watching movies.
Tia says, hey, ladies. Anna says, hey, ladies.
Hey, Tia.
Kelly.
People are roller skating.
Oh, that's really nice.
Seems like
well, we're going to take your journey, guys. Take a look at this clip.
Good morning. It is minutes to 8, and I'm actually walking to the job right now. And I'm grateful that the weekend is coming. What have you guys been doing to keep your sanity? I actually jumped in the treadmill this morning. And that's what I did this morning to keep my sanity. Share with us. What are you doing besides eating?
Next senior's number 12, Captain Olivia Carter. She is escorted by her parents, Candace and Frank, brother CJ, and cousin Lily. Olivia is a 4-year letter winner and 2-time all-conference player with first-team All-Tri-County and second-team All-Tri-County selection. She plans to attend college and major in sports medicine. Her favorite moment is playing at Wildwood and taking pictures on the beach with her team and eating.
New spike.
Yeah.
Stop it. Leave it alone. Put on a mask.
Okay. We were doing good until you said that.
Wear your mask. Put that mask on. Okay.
Okay, let me just finish. But please be safe.
Please be safe. Wear your mask.
Act like it got on some skates.
I tell you.
Use your hand
like a selfie stick.
Selfie stick. Use your hand like a selfie stick. Okay. Also,
I can't.
Because he had it like
Terrence,
this.
I tell you.
So I was like, oh, I thought it would be like.
I can't.
Don't get me
I can't with Terrence.
Like,
I can't with him.
Like that.
I can't.
He was like,
this is my life, okay? So, guys, just to give you some background, you guys tell us what those clips were, and I'll tell you my part.
Well, I was just basically walking into work, saying hello to everybody, trying to figure out what are you guys doing to make or keep your sanity during COVID right now. I've got back on the treadmill. I've been working out. What else have you guys been doing? That's what my question was. I'm just curious.
Your question was, have you been eating?
No.
You did. You said it at the end.
No.
I
said, what is going to keep your sanity?
You said, have y'all been eating?
Well,
okay.
The answer for me is yes. I was doing so good. I got a hold in my cheeks now.
You're a hot mess.
But Candace, so tell us about what was happening in Jersey.
Oh, nothing much, here with the kids.
Here with the kids.
So that was Olivia's senior night. So, with every sport, they have a night just for the seniors that they do special. So they walk out, and then they have their game. So that was just a little clip of us walking her out, my baby.
Your baby. Her senior year. That's so exciting.
Is she still going to grace us with her presence in the DMV area?
We're hoping. We're working on it.
Okay,
prayers up, fingers crossed.
Yes. Then hope she could be an HU alum. HU?
I don't know. Right?
Yes.
She would love nothing more. She
would have a ball, as you can see, because it's always turned over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that clip, we filmed a segment for a TV show in Baltimore, and so we were filming this segment. And every time I'm trying to get the segment, he'd be like, "Wear your mask."
No, but really,
it was a serious segment, though. The segment wasn't even funny.
This is crazy.
It was a serious segment, and every time
to hold it together too. You were like,
and then that's Friday night with the kids.
Expressions you make. The facial expressions in the morning you make is hilarious.
I said, "Oh no, I know what that means."
This guy here, he
going.
I'm like, I'm trying to get to finish this segment, and he keeps on.
Oh man, yeah. Someone said, Adrian said, "Terrence, you was getting it though."
He was getting it.
Was.
He was sliding.
So what? Sliding. So that song is like, is it like one of those?
That's a Florida thing.
It's like where you have to do like a certain move or a certain dance to it, and that's what that was.
Yeah, so he was skating, he was getting his skate on, and with this, it's like, okay, so because I lived in Florida for so long,
there was how to Dougie and all of those things.
Well,
teach me how to Dougie. You have to do certain dances.
You have to do certain things. Yeah, it's like a call and response. But they have this guy called Jam Pony.
Jam Pony.
So you would think about what was Fat Man Scoop, like a Fat Man Scoop and all those. So Jam Pony is for New York is what. Jam Pony for Florida is what Fat Man Scoop is for New York.
Okay.
Got it.
Yes.
So he hears any kind of thing, that he gets excited.
Oh Lordy. Well, that's good. Like you guys were having like a nice little family night.
Look,
right?
Terrence says act like
he was entertaining everybody.
Terrence says act like he got on some skates.
Act like you got on some skates.
Act like you got on some skates. Act like you got on some. Okay, all right, guys. Look, your mom is on. Mommy Carol says, "Hi, ladies. I am on to talk
Hi.
elections. Okay, she's saying basically
Yes.
enough.
Yes. Enough. Get focused.
So let's talk about
Right.
the
So
elections. Candace,
let's talk about that.
Nikki, y'all
Yes.
take this one.
Well,
It's
it's been a interesting week. I think I went through every single emotion, waiting to find out the actual results, and I am extremely ecstatic to know that change is coming, to know that it's going to be different, to know that we can breathe again, to know that we have something to look forward to. And I'm excited,
Yeah.
you know,
yes.
Well,
and that's
speaking
just
of
basically how I
excitement,
feel.
let's go right here.
We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
We did it, Joe.
Aw,
Oh,
we
I
did it,
love it.
Joe.
We did it, Joe.
Yes. It was a
And
very exciting time.
it's a
Very.
very exciting time.
And I'm
Yeah.
happy to know that we are in this, able to live the fact that we see Obama. He served twice, and now we have the first Black female vice president who actually went to Howard HU. You know, I'm very proud to be a Black woman. I believe that this is going to open up the doors for so many people to actually focus and strive for the dreams and aspirations and all the things they've ever wanted, because anything is possible, and now they can see that. And I think
Yeah.
it's a win-win on all, in so many different ways, so many different ways.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm grateful to be alive during this time.
Yeah. And I think
Very.
about like 4 years ago when we were I remember waiting up that night to hear the announcement, and I just couldn't do it. I was just kept going in and out of sleep, going in and out of sleep. They were taking so long. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night because I heard like noise. And then I like glanced up at the TV and I saw that Donald Trump had won. And oh man, that was a rough night for me. So when this happened again, I'm like, I went to sleep thinking, what's going to happen when I wake up in the morning? I was actually scared, to open my phone, look at social media, turn on the TV. But when they said that they were still counting and, we're waiting for PA, and I'm like, PA, Philly, y'all better
Hmm.
come through.
Listen, and
Because
I
Come
know how hard
through.
your
Trump been
mom
talking,
worked for
yes, Trump been
Philadelphia.
Yes.
talking a lot of trash about Philly, talk about bad things happen
Yes.
in Philly. I said, oh, okay.
Oh,
So,
okay.
that was exciting to see Philly, come through, Georgia come through. Oh man, I was
Yes.
cracking up on Saturday. I watched all the celebrations in, all the different states, and I think that Georgia had to be Atlanta. The funniest thing. This guy, this CNN guy, man, he could not catch a break. He would be in one spot
I know.
and they would bombard him, and they would start with the signs and dancing, and the one girl he's talking and she's
And he kept
like doing all
moving,
the
right?
dances. He kept moving, and then he would find another spot, and then they would go back to him, and then they would all bombard him again. It was hilarious, but he took it all in stride, and I thought it was just funny the
It
way
was
people were
hilarious.
dancing in the street. DC, I know LA, big celebration. New York, big celebration. Delaware, Philly,
Yes.
Georgia. I know they were, showing different celebrations from all of those towns. But people were in the streets, and I don't know about you guys, but at one point, when I saw one of the crowds, it literally, oh, New York. Times Square,
Brooklyn.
I said to my
And
daughter,
Brooklyn.
and actually Times Square though, but it looked like New Year's Eve.
Well,
And
that's how people are
it gave
feeling.
Yes,
me that
that is
New
right.
Year's
It
Eve
did. I
vibe.
didn't
It
even
really
think about
did.
that.
Like,
It
it gave
did.
me that New York
It
City
really did.
vibe.
It
Yes,
really did.
yes.
My
Mm-hmm.
I was happy to see so many people wearing masks,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
I was also praying for everybody and nervous that the numbers may go up in another 2 weeks.
Well,
I get
Right.
it.
the numbers
I
have been going up.
understand. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it might go up even more in another 2 weeks. And I get it, because I was actually in a patient's room and they had the TV on, and I actually got teary eyed when I found out Biden won. So I get it. I understand. And I know some people may say, well, what makes it any different from Trump followers actually out there, going to support him with no mask on and in tight spaces. And now everybody who supported Biden is out there doing the same thing. What are your thoughts on that one? I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
You know
I don't
what?
know.
They have been, I don't, listen, they have been trying to find some hope in this time. I don't think we should be out there. I think we should be safe in our celebration. But I understand, why.
Yeah.
Just like the protesting, I understood why.
Yeah.
But, you want to be safe so you can live as long as you
Yeah.
can.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you
But
can.
Jackie, okay. But why was Spike Lee out there in the Brooklyn popping bottles? Olivia was like, Mom, only
Like,
Brooklyn.
No,
That
it
gotta be
really
Only
people.
Brooklyn.
He
looked
was
like a
in
party.
the middle
Yo,
of
Brooklyn
the street.
was a
Looked like a
party.
party. It was. He stood in the middle of
It
the
was
crowd
a
and popped a
party.
bottle of champagne. And
Oh
he
my
like
goodness.
shook it up and
They
sprayed
were
it. I
partying.
said, Spike
A
Lee,
party.
did you really just do that? Did
Well,
you
I
really
just
just do that?
I want to. Oh
I'm
my
gonna be
goodness, there's
honest.
so many comments that we're missing. Your mom says, "Let's talk business." Kamala Harris, my daughter, sugar by another mother. She said, "Oh, she said sister." Terrence says Trump vows not to concede. He says that it's too
Yeah.
early to call.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer he want to wait and when he's going to accept it, but
Yeah.
Exactly.
we'll wait.
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
Listen, one thing I want to talk about, the partying and everything. They keep on leaving out the Jamaican part when I hear they talk about how I just want to know, I'm so glad that Mommy Carol mentioned she's Jamaican and Indian. I want to know why they keep on leaving out the Jamaican part. It's a very big
Yes.
part.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
We know.
I don't know if you
know.
guys have seen all of those TikToks, but
I've seen
I know there's this
plenty.
one gentleman, and I know that Kamala Harris actually like follows him because he's hilarious because he wears the wig and then
With
he
the
puts
wig?
the suit on.
Yes!
But when he came out with the Jamaican flag, talk about this gonna be Kamala
It's go-
Oh, I was
on
the
inauguration
floor.
night. And he was waving the flag. It's gonna be the White House, but all you see is the White House like shaking up and down. I said, because
I
Caribbean
can't.
people, you
I
know
can't.
they're
Caribbean
partying.
people.
Yes.
Now, listen.
So-
I just want to know the AKAs keep on claiming,
Hey,
the Asian, because she's Indian, keep on claiming. Of course, us black sisters claim, but we Jamaican. What's up?
Howard is claiming is a
Listen.
lot. of
Howard's
people, and
claiming.
she represents a lot. I
She
ain't mad at her.
You know what? The great thing about it is in Kamala, everybody, whether you're white, Indian,
Yeah.
black, she's a woman, so you can find something in her. There's people could relate, which I
Yes,
appreciate.
exactly.
Now they were a
I
little
agree.
funny with their comments in the beginning. Maybe they're saying they couldn't connect to her.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. After that speech,
know.
I connected. I
Yes,
connected
I'm
anyway.
saying.
That speech was bananas.
I connected
It was
anyway.
amazing. I was emotional.
amazing.
Oh my god.
It gave us
Yes.
hope.
I mean,
emotional.
and when you think about like exactly what she said specifically, I know that been talking about that a lot in my household, and she literally shouted out women
Wow.
and the hard work that black women, Stacey Abrams, all these women that did so much work to get
So
them
much
to where
work.
they got to. And
Yeah.
we always talk about this, black women, and how hard we work and how we don't get a lot of credit for it. And for her to give that credit to me as a woman, that was just like
That was
I was
great.
completely blown away.
Yeah.
And then when
Yeah.
Biden got up there
Yeah.
and specifically shouted out the black community, and
Yes.
the way that he hit the podium and was pounding, he was like, "You carried
Ah,
me
he was
on
running.
your
I was
back."
like, go Biden.
Girl,
He came out running, remember?
And that little Joe, he said,
He came out jogging.
"Don't be trying to call me no
Yes.
no sleepy Joe." He came out of there like he was coming
Okay.
out the huddle.
Listen,
Okay, like
everybody
something
kept
he
on
wanted
talking
to get
about
ready
that.
to play in the
Go
game.
Biden.
He was looking refreshed. I was wondering if he got Botox. Because he was looking real refreshed.
I don't know about y'all, but dude, what happens? Do you guys get this, like, I get this, like, warm, this fuzzy feeling when he does that little smile thing? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about? When he does that? He be flashing the side teeth. I love when he flashes the side teeth. It's just something like, I know, look at it. You flirting with me a little bit, Bud, and I see you.
I love the aviator pictures. I love the aviator pictures.
He be talking, it's not a smile. It's like he smiles, but then he does the side. He be like,
I'm going to look out for it now.
Oh, yeah, girl, you gotta look out for it. How you ain't seeing it during the
I'm going to look out for it.
Right. I got to look out for that one, too. I just.
So, ladies, I have Claudia saying, hello, Caribbean homegirls and beauties.
Hello.
That's what
Hey, Claudia.
Yes, hello.
Anna says, Carol says that she blamed her dad. That's why you don't hear the Jamaican part. I guess he wasn't as active in her life.
He wasn't active, right.
Mm-hmm. But
she came out to Mary J. Blige. That's right.
She came out to Mary J. Blige. Right. But why did the CNN commentator call, said it was
Beyonce? Beyonce.
He said Beyonce?
He said Beyonce.
You know what?
I was like, no, that was Mary.
But
he got emotional. He really did touch me. I wish I had that clip. Yeah. That was a good clip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kelly says that was that victory jog. Oh yeah, and Anna talked about Kelly. Dancing to Mary J. She said, right. Well, she said, you going out to? Oh, are we going to Georgia? Carol said, are we going to Georgia to help the two senators?
Because they have the race off. They have the race off for the Senate, and if we could get the seats, we could take it away from. I don't even like to say his name. That old, you know what?
Mm-hmm. So family, man. Those who are watching now, those who are watching on the replay, if you have family members in Atlanta, it's important.
Yes,
they say that it's important for us to grab the Senate because. Even whoever's in office, you want them to be able to have say so. So we want to make sure that we grab the Senate, right?
Yep.
So if you have family members in Atlanta.
Yes. I mean, what is it actually do we need to do? I'm going to be honest with you because I can't go to Atlanta. Do I need to make some calls? Do I need to sign a petition? Let a sister know. Okay, because my homegirl Riley is on here with us tonight.
Hi, Riley.
She says we need to know this stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to know this stuff. So educate us, please, because I can't go to Georgia, especially with my job. I can't go out of the DMV area. So let me know. Hopefully somebody will let us know before the night.
You want to encourage everybody to make an educated vote. You don't want to tell anybody which way to vote. But correct. If you are tired of being hopeless, and you want some change, most of the time we only think that the power is in the presidency, but there's power in your local offices, in your state, in your counties, in your cities. So right now we want to grab so that we have some say-so in the Senate. Right, Candace?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, my mom said phone calls and send money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So phone calls talking about sending,
if we can get, hopefully we can get that link later, and hopefully we can get that link later and put it up and say words so people can get that. And
yes.
So we can
absolutely
support.
Absolutely.
Well, talking about sending things, we all believe in prayer. This is a network, and we believe in praying, and so does some folks that I want to. They were sending for some angels.
Dispatch from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus. From South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. From Africa. From South America. Angelic forces. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Pika hata anda ata. Ora bata rata ande eke manda rasata.
I didn't know what was coming next, but Candace prepared me. So I don't know if you got my email about what was the fact, or what's his name? He didn't. She didn't respond to him. I sent you guys an
Oh, I'm
email.
about to play it.
I'm trying to
So,
think.
so those
I'm
of you who might
trying to
not know,
keep
that
my
was Paula White.
composure.
And
Yes.
she is the spiritual advisor to the
I can
president,
only imagine somebody
President
said
Trump.
something. I know it.
And so, I've
She
watched,
is?
yeah, she's the spiritual advisor for
She
President
is the
Trump.
spiritual advisor for Trump, Nikki.
Yes, she is.
I
And
didn't know
so,
that.
and so I've watched her,
Yes.
Oh,
and then, you know,
what?
listen, everybody watches, they have their people they watch, and, I was watching it for a while, and I just was like, okay, but God,
Yes.
look, I'm a God lover, so when you love God, we rocking, right? But then, I just am a little confused at
What she was
why
saying? Come on, spit it out.
you call for the
Okay.
African
The
angels.
African?
The African
Yeah.
angels. Why?
But let's go here, because this is her what she got to say to y'all.
Number. I've got over 6,000 people that got my phone number. You've got my number, all right? You know exactly. I'll be bold enough to say how to call me. Don't be a coward and put something out on the internet when you have my number. Call me. Call me. Because we'll sit up here and I'll have you come here and we'll talk about it. We'll sit here. Don't have me call some things out. You call. Okay, I expect the world to. You guys go ahead.
Listen,
She said, don't
that's
have me
what I'm
call.
listening
About.
First of all, she had on
Roland Martin called her out. Roland Martin
Listen.
called her out. He has been trying to contact
Listen.
her and she has not called him back.
Sean says.
I'm just saying.
Sean says. This is
I'm
why I
just
was
saying.
laughing. Sean said the angels sure did come.
The angels. You call for the African angels?
Sean, them African angels came, and then Mark said, "Salute, ladies." Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Talking about the urgency of getting the majority in the Senate. Yes, very, very important. And then Sean said, "Oh my God, Candace, why am I cracking up every time you make that face?" And then my mom said, "Why all you play that?" Sean said, "Ain't nobody scared of her ASS, and ain't nobody got her number." Listen, I thought that, honestly, Nikki, I thought that was a joke. I didn't realize. I thought that was just
really
something
thought it was
that
true.
someone found a clip of somebody just like preaching and acting a little crazy. But when I
my goodness.
dug in a little bit deeper and researched and realized that was literally Trump's advisor who got on and started praying to the African angels, specifically the African angels. I didn't realize the angels were like different, types of angels. Like, I mean,
well,
I don't know.
So
but
I didn't necessarily, okay, so in certain religions they pray
Yes.
to their ancestors.
They pray to
and
right.
stuff like that.
Right.
I pray to
But they don't
Jesus.
say
But
African.
isn't she?
They
And
don't
then
say
No.
African.
there are angels
Exactly.
that the archangels that you for protection. There's some
Yes.
things, but there is
Yes.
a
They have
systematic
names.
thing that we're not privy to, but obviously
Exactly.
she is. There's a formula that she knows and a rhythm that she's trying to connect to, and you have to be
Them
very
African-
careful. You have to be
African
very
angels said,
careful.
"Sorry."
And I'm not
Pray for
gonna down God's people, but I'm just interested to know. Maybe somebody can inform me, why were you calling the African and South American angels?
Well,
I just wanna
Jackie,
know.
you don't have her number to call her to ask
She
her,
told
but
me
you can email
no,
her.
but homegirl,
She said, "Come check me." Who
yo,
come
she
check
said,
me?
listen,
But-
and she had she was ready. She had her jogging suit and sneakers.
Jogging suit and her sneakers. Like, she was up there like, "Yup, you got my number. Come find me. Come find me." Girl, if you don't sit down acting all crazy like that on the stage, 1 minute you all dignified calling the African
Look at
angels.
Jackie,
Next
look at
minute you in a
Jackie.
sweatsuit talking about some.
Look at Jackie.
I'm just
Jackie is
done.
screaming at the girls. Look, look, look. She's like, "Girls, be quiet." Look, look.
Be quiet.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh goodness,
But,
That's
yeah,
Terrence.
Annie said the Orishas don't have her number either. Yeah, she's praying to all kinds of angels, and yeah, that's just
I know.
I don't know. I don't like that. My mom said that was some voodoo. Be careful, ladies. Yeah, that was just
I know. I know.
That
And I used to
energy
listen
was
to her,
not
but
for me.
I haven't listened to her in a while. I really did not know that she was the advisor for Trump.
For Donald Trump.
I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
wow. You learn something new every day, right? You know,
You
but
learn
yes.
something new, but yeah, we're
But
not gonna give her any more
mhm.
power because she definitely is a hot mess, and you know.
And any more airplay, right? Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
just I know we're going to be on this topic. We have a couple of more topics to talk about briefly. I'll run through. We were supposed to do that earlier.
Hmm.
But what is this whole thing about not giving up your seat, not conceding? What do you guys feel about this? I have never seen anything like this in my life.
I'm not surprised.
You can't be
I'm not
spoiled.
surprised.
And what
I'm
I
not either.
notice is that if it's the other way around, they're gracious about giving up their, turning it over. You have to
Yes.
concede. You
Yes.
Well,
and why
he
and why
believes the
is it?
election was stolen.
But
He
you
believes the
believed it
election
He
was
was
still
stolen.
stolen
believes
way
that.
before. Why doesn't everybody's vote count? Why is it
Yeah.
only being stolen because you're losing?
Yeah.
Because
Maybe because
millions
Well,
of
this
what
is
was
people
something
voted
that was
for
done
him.
last time.
yeah. But it's
A
crazy
lot
because
of
it
people.
was interesting. I don't know if you guys watch SNL, Saturday Night Live, like Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Lord have
Yes.
mercy. But it was and
Losing.
yes, loser. But they also what's his name also plays Trump and Alec Baldwin. And they
Yes.
did a skit and they showed like here it was that he was saying stop counting the votes, and then the girl who plays his who's the press secretary, she came out and like whispered to him, and he was like keep counting. So it's like you said, it's interesting. They were talking about this on CNN, how you had there instances where particular states where he saw himself up, that he wanted the count to continue, but there's the
Right.
places that Biden
He was
started
losing.
like really starting, catching up. He said stop the count. But what CNN was talking about was that because of the COVID situation, a lot of Democrats were very encouraged to not go out and vote, and that to go to do the mail-in vote. And so that's pretty much why they had to wait, because you had all of these mail-in votes that came in later. Whereas Trump said, listen, nothing's going to happen to you if you go to the polls. Go to the polls on that day. So a lot of his supporters went out on that day. So that's why you saw the numbers were high for Trump, when on Tuesday, on election day. But as
Right.
it went along, they had to count all of the votes that came in through mail. And clearly it shows what happened. And I know I saw this one video. It's not funny, but I mean, it was funny. It was meant to be a joke. But people were protesting in front of one of the places that they were counting. And the gentleman said, they're saying that they're bringing in ballots, they're bringing in fake ballots. And so he went over to where the truck was that the people were claiming that they were bringing in ballots, and it happened to be news reporters, and they were bringing in equipment. So you know how they
Wow.
carry all those heavy equipment bags and boxes? It was literally their equipment, and they were parked in the space for all of the news people, the press. So they were
Right.
just coming
Right.
in to set up at the polling place just to be able to report on it. But people were literally out there yelling and screaming and like becoming a little bit violent, with their behaviors, like
Yeah.
aggressive, like screaming and like shouting, and we're gonna come over there. You're cheating us. You're bringing in fake ballots. So
But
this is a shame, and I feel like what's very worrisome for me, especially living where I live in South Jersey, I just feel like there's so many people that are looking to him to be a leader that does not incite violence and doesn't encourage this type of behavior, knowing that there's some people that, they won't comprehend that. They will
Yeah.
look at it literally like a life and
yes.
death situation. And that's very, very
Another
scary.
thing,
Very, very scary.
that is very scary. But another thing that really bothers me is the fact that literally half of the United States voted for this guy
Yeah.
and still thought that he should
70
still be in the House.
million people.
That is the issue
70
for me.
million.
Yeah.
One of the
70
big
million.
issues. And it's like, we are really a country that is seriously divided. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious to know, for people who did vote for Trump, and everybody has their own opinion and they have every right for their opinion. But I just want to know, what is it that made you choose to have this man in the House again? I did hear from some people that fear had a lot to do with it, with retaliation. Like, say, if he did win and heard that they did not vote for him, it would be an issue. But that's a big thing. And also, with people who are in our community voting for Trump, we have every right for our opinion, just like they do. You know, who are we to say we need to shun people like 50 Cent and also Lil Wayne, even though I don't agree with who they voted for, but they have their right. The Constitution says you have your right, right? And I think that that's not something that, as a community, we should shun people because they think that somebody else should be in the White House. And I really feel bad for Ice Cube, because people are talking bad about Ice Cube, because Ice Cube didn't do anything wrong. Basically, from the conversation that I heard from out of his mouth, that he was approached by Trump's team and also by Biden's team about what things he has been talking about that would benefit, or which would be good for the Black community. A lot of people feel that Ice Cube went to talk to Trump, and but they actually reached out to him. And I think that that's not right, that we as a community have been talking bad about him about that as well too.
Well, I think
People have their right.
Yeah,
to
I think what we're talking about with Ice Cube is the platinum plan, right? He wanted something like that to come up with the community, monies for the community. I think the problem that people are having is standing behind somebody that will incite hate. And so I believe that anybody, you can vote for who you want. You know, it's not to say that Biden is the best, has done the best. He's done his wrongs too, and he's been apologetic. But when you're thinking about hope, who brings the most hope out? And when you have a community and a country that is hopeless, and it only works for the rich.
Right.
A country cannot the rich cannot continue to get richer and the poor get poorer. There's going to be, a problem. And so, and then I think even with a lot of the evangelical Christians, I find it interesting that they never took him to task about some of his views and some of the things that he was doing as a person who loves God. The fact that you would entertain this because you got more money for your church. You know what I'm saying? You benefited. I saw an article that they said a lot of these churches benefited so much in these last 4 years, they wanted him in.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I know that
Agreed.
I was saying to you, DeAndre, I think, is that how you say his name, from Queen
He's the
Sugar?
actor.
Yes, he was calling out. He did this post,
A
and he was
whole lot
calling
of
out a lot of
people.
the celebrities, because he said that what he experienced was that towards the end of them, running for election, they were sending private jets to different celebrities and asking them to come in on the private jet and meet Trump to talk. So he felt like, here it is, you're falling for the okie doke. Where was this energy, a year ago or 2 years ago?
During his term.
Yes, right, during his actual term. So I think, like Frank said, the timing was bad. I think Ice Cube had the best intentions, and I totally get what he's saying. His point of view was that he was looking at it like, I'm trying to do something for the community, and who's ever willing to work with me, that's who I'm going to work with. I'm putting politics aside, but unfortunately, when you're dealing with politicians, you really cannot put politics aside. Politics is always going to play a part in certain ways that things are looked at when you're dealing with a politician, because that's just how it is. So I think for him it was just bad timing, and people feeling like he was not recognizing the fact that why was it now happening that Trump was all of a sudden interested in hearing out your program, for the Black community at this point in time. So, I feel bad, like you said, that he got ostracized and criticized, for aligning. And I mean, so much so, here it is. I know that Lil Wayne, I think, is it his girlfriend, or was it 50 Cent's girlfriend actually broke up?
No, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne's girlfriend broke up with him.
Yeah, allegedly. She broke up with him. Yeah, but
allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
But your mom, Carol was dropping some information. She said more rich people, more poor people, they say, voted for Trump, which I find to be very interesting.
Money, money has a lot to do with it.
And so I find that interesting, but I think it's because, like somebody talked about fear earlier.
Yes,
it's evoking the fear, and this whole making America great again. I think through the pandemic, through all this stuff, the first bit of happiness and hope while people were partying is the changing of the guards when it came to power.
Right.
And I'll tell you something, people don't know these little things that happen. And so we found out that the president had stopped funding for a program. The farmers in Maryland were giving food to the poor, and so Sister Claudia, her church was involved and all that stuff.
About that last Tuesday.
And they actually got word from the office, because he didn't like that the vote wasn't going in his favor. He stopped the food from coming into the communities, the free food that the churches were given in these smaller communities. And so,
man, I tell you.
So when you see it on those levels, like, really? You're going to try to go out of here and turn over the tables, before you roll?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's going to get worse until January 21st? Yeah. You better believe it. You better believe it.
I feel sad about the whole thing. Number one, was he qualified to be in this position? Some people would say yes. Like a Candace Owens will feel like she's backing,
not in my opinion,
based on a party. And I think we really have to really look into this thing. I mean, well, the great thing about it is that Biden's won. And like your mom said, he can't, it doesn't matter. He doesn't ever have to concede, which I didn't know. There are ways and there are things that are going to be done. They're going to go on business as usual.
Right, and I think he said that starting today, he was putting together a team of people to address COVID, a task force. So I think that's great. That
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, that Biden wants to get together a team of people to start addressing that from now. He's not waiting, until January to start addressing that issue, because it's really one of our biggest issues. He talked about the systematic racism. Like, I thought that was like amazing that he, in his speech, brought these things up, which, typically they don't talk about those things. They usually wait a little while, and address during the State of the Union, run down some of their plans. But I think that, him talking about those things and, talking about people's finances and the state of, the country and what's happening due to the COVID situation, he wants to address those things. And the climate change, they said he's already starting to work on the treaty that was there for the climate change, and working with what's it called, the Paris? Somebody correct me, tell me what it is. The Paris Treaty, where he wants to get everyone together back. Different people from different countries that were on this committee, and I think Trump pulled out of it and said he doesn't want to be bothered. I know that Biden talked about doing that. That was going to be one of the biggest things that he he feels like needs to be addressed right away, and to start working on that, because climate change and things of those natures are very important to
It's
address at
very
this
important.
point, and he doesn't want to wait. So I think that that's great of him to to get that started, and to to start working on that. And I know Helen said Affordable Care Act goes before the Supreme Court tomorrow, so that's going to be very interesting to see what
Very
happens
interesting.
with that.
Yeah,
Um,
a
and see
lot.
how that's going to go, because I know that he said something about starting like Biden care, kind of continuing with Obamacare, and
with
working on
with
those things.
Obamacare, but
Yeah.
call it Biden care.
Well, I find
We
this
have some
Yeah.
also
great comments
interesting
down there.
what
We
Sean
have some great
says.
comments
Yeah.
down there too.
Yeah, it's called the Climate Accord. My mom
Yeah.
said it's Climate Accord. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So,
Sean says, now I'm not gonna lie, under Trump tax plan, I benefited, me and my husband both, based on what they make. They benefited, and so
Right.
it's interesting. But she says she'd rather be in a higher tax bracket if it means and then a cutoff, but basically for the good. She's willing to
Right.
sacrifice for the good of the whole country, because
And
there are people
I
who.
think Candace. Sorry, go ahead, Jackie. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you saying?
No, I was thinking. I think Candace's mother was saying that a lot of the poor people voted for Trump, and they did not benefit from his actions. And I also noticed a
yes.
lot of people who lost their jobs because of Trump still voted for him. I don't understand what that mentality is. It just makes
The
no
logic.
sense to me. The logic, it doesn't make any sense to me, but unfortunately, they still voted for him. And
Yeah.
I believe 50 something percent of white women still voted for Trump.
55%.
Yes.
And despite
55. Yeah.
despite despite of how he has degraded women in so many ways. And I also believe 20% of black men also voted for Trump
Yes.
as
20%.
well.
Yep.
And I'm still like, wow, I think a lot of people who did vote for Trump are concerned about money. And I did see some comments at the bottom as well said that money is a factor. And I think that is a big factor. And I do believe that money could be the root of all evil. And also that life is more than just money.
Yeah.
People have to understand that. And
Yeah.
I I was very concerned to know or to think that if he was in the house for another 4 years, I
What it would look
don't know
like.
Right.
what it would look like.
And I think that really is a benefit, which will sound a little strange. Him being in office exposed things that we
Yeah.
didn't want to
Every,
see.
yes, yes,
And
to show us we haven't gotten anywhere really.
right. And really even now in the church, which with somebody like Paula White, and there was another pastor that prophesied that he was going to win, and now two terms, and now he's saying he needs to go spend more time with God because he predicted wrong.
Are you
And
kidding
so
me?
and so it's interesting, and the I can't judge anybody's relationship with God, and I can't judge the voices that you're hearing or who you're praying
That might not be
to,
God.
but it's an eye opener for people that are in a religious space to more have a relationship. And if you have true relationship with God, how could you see the injustice happening and be okay with it and say, "Oh, it's God"?
There you
That's
go.
that's wrong is wrong.
Right.
And we're not here to
And I'm going to say
judge,
something.
but we're not here to beat up people and encourage people and incite violence and anger
Yes.
in people. That's a problem.
Yes.
But
Well, as
that's
people interpret the Bible
Yes.
differently. Just like how people have obviously interpreted Trump's
Yes.
actions differently. So
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just glad that there's a change, and I pray that
Yes.
Biden
this
and
this is our
does
first
a great.
glimpse of hope. we
thing.
definitely,
First
what I would
glimpse.
encourage
Yes.
everybody is
First
to
glimpse.
always know that God is able, but
Yes.
anybody that sucks the life out of your hope, move from them. And if they
Yes.
in office, vote them out.
Yes.
Exactly. And I'm
Vote them
glad
out.
that
Vote them out.
I'm so glad that people's votes counted. I think it's going to make everybody look at voting completely differently now. I
Yes.
pray that it
Especially
has
our
given
younger
people,
kids.
yes. This is the first year
Yes.
my niece voted. And I was
Wow.
so proud of
Fantastic.
my little pumpkin. And I'm just like, wow. You know, I just pray
Yes.
that people continue to realize that voting matters. And there are still people out there who didn't vote. And this was the biggest
Mm.
election that had so many people turn out to vote. And
Yes.
Yes.
just to let you guys know, your vote matters. And
Yeah.
It
Voice.
continues to matter.
we obviously, it
Yes.
continues to matter. And when we vote in numbers, we can make a change. I'm telling
Yes.
you,
And
we can
know
make a change.
to
Absolutely.
pay attention. You know what? And I'm going to tell you the truth. True. I'm just going to be transparent. Have we even paying attention? I said I might not be paying attention to the judges that I vote for in my area, the Congress people. You know what I'm saying? All these
Yes,
things
yes,
that
yes.
happen in our immediate community. We don't pay attention. We only pay attention to the
You
big
have
ticket.
to.
So
Yeah. You
Now I
to
got to
have
do
to.
me,
better with that.
we should be paying attention.
Me too.
You
Yeah.
Yeah,
have to
this
pay
time I
attention.
did. I spent a lot of time researching all of my local officials prior to voting for them. I thought it was so important to kind of like see their background and not just what they were putting out, right prior to election time. I actually went on their
Right.
Facebook pages to see some of the things that they had been posting in the past. So, for me, it definitely gave me a glimpse, and it took a long time. It really did. But that also came from, like you said, Nikki, prior to this, not really being involved and
Hmm.
understanding like
Right.
who was running things in our area, and especially when you have children, it's important to know who's like on the
It's
board,
important.
the school board, and who's actually making the decisions and the policies, and that's what this all boils down to, understanding that these votes and what you say, your voice changes policy, and that's the only way to really get in there and change what's happening with racism, and how it is systematically been put in place for us. So hopefully now people will get that
Yeah.
and go out there and
Right.
keep
And
voting.
keep
Georgia, we need you
yes.
to get
Yes.
together,
To get
do
together
your
and
thing
And if
again.
do
somebody can send us that link as well
yes.
too,
As
we
Yes,
you
can
can put in
post
the
that up so we
comments.
can
Yes.
you can
yes,
put in the
yes,
comment. And
yes,
yes,
Ben
Carol, your
Carson.
mom, Jen
yes.
Carson, yes.
What
She
We
Ben
has caught
Carson catching
COVID.
COVID?
catching
Yes.
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 And
She
Oh,
has
so
caught
speaking of,
COVID, yes.
go ahead, Candace.
speaking of some great things too, I know that we wanted to talk about Casmay
Yes.
Carter, and she was a big watcher, viewer of Say Word. She's a
Yes.
great artist. She's a entrepreneur, and
Hmm.
she tried out for The Voice, and she
She
made
tried
it,
out
and
for the
she's
voice and
on
made it.
Yay!
Team John Legend. So shout out
Yes.
to you. I
So
Yes.
just wanted to
I
say
find that to be exciting. Let's take a look.
congratulations.
But if it's all the same to you, baby, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you from saying goodbye. Baby, I love you. Baby, I need you.
Hey, congratulations,
Hey, I love it.
Casmay.
Yes,
Casmay,
and also,
Congratulations.
she
yes,
has been
also
on
wish,
watching
yes,
Amplify, Say Word. She's been
yes,
commenting. I've texted with
I love
her.
it.
yes,
And
yes,
so we want to support and vote for
yes.
Casmay on The
Yes.
Voice.
Casmay
What night?
Carter.
What
And
night does it come
okay,
on?
um, The Voice, I'm not sure what night it comes on. I tape it. I have a
Is
DVR.
it
But before I forget,
okay.
I know it's 8 o'clock. I also want to shout out Mark Johnson's son Malik. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys have been watching Grand Army on Netflix.
No.
Please, please, please watch it. It's an
No.
excellent show.
Okay.
Hey, and it's a nod to New York. which I love.
Yes.
I watched it. I felt like I was watching myself back in the days and growing up in New York, going to high school. But it's a great show about a bunch of high school students. His son plays one of the students, and they go through a series of different series of different experiences. And my daughter, being 17, watched it. We watched it together.
Wow.
And she said, "Mom, this show was so amazing," and I really felt like I could relate to it. You know, it was so real, and I thoroughly enjoyed that show from beginning to end. And I just want to shout Mark out and shout out his son. He's an excellent actor. He's a handsome kid. He did a great job on the show.
Wow.
Shout out to him and the rest of the cast. One of the young ladies,
love it.
she's French Creole, Haitian, and you know, she actually is that in real life. And you know, she comes on there, she has the little accent, she speaks patois with her family. So it's a great show, ladies. So please catch that on Netflix, Grand Army.
Grand Army. Thank you.
I'm gonna check it out.
And congratulations, Mark.
Anna said she watched 8 episodes.
Wow.
Yes, Anna, wasn't it amazing?
Wow.
Jonas said the same thing. Yes.
Sean's son said
shout
the same
out
thing.
to you, Mark.
Listen, people are doing some great things in this time. There's hope. There is hope. There's hope. You know, like
gives me hope.
It gives us hope. It gives us hope.
Yes.
And that's what we needed. We need a little bit of hope when people are doing things and they're going after their dreams and they're knowing that things are possible again.
Yes.
Because we really thought that things were impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Even if we feel like we're losing, we always gonna win with God. He always got us back. And you know, we got people.
You know what, Jackie? And I think that a great way to end the show is that you got to let people know. Skates. Roller skate.
Yeah. Come on. You gotta vote for Casmay. Make sure you go out and vote for Casmay. Hey! On The Voice. Hey. See you later, family.